Happy Tuesday. How y'all doing? It's not too bad. Only 88 degrees here in Texas. I mean, come on. August and 88. It's not so bad. Just got off the phone with one of my favorite people up in Minnesota, man. God is so good. God is so good, and man, I love hearing testimonies about what's happening in people's lives, and I've just been hearing a steady stream of testimonies from all kinds of different people, and they're so awesome. But somebody I know, had an opportunity to kind of pour in, and they sent me a message and said that they were going to be getting a new job, but weren't going to be able to start it for quite a while. And I just started praying. And the next day, I think it was, they get a phone call saying, hey, they got a slot opening like in the next few days where they get to go and start their job now. So instead of having to worry about a long period of time without getting paid, they're going to get paid right away and be in a job. And I just love stories like that, God just shows up and blesses people. And man, Jesus is so amazing, and John, I think it's John 14:6, talks about Jesus being the absolute only way to the Father. And I had a very, very deep conversation with somebody. And usually when I get in these conversations where people think that all roads lead to the Lord, that whether you're Muslim or Mormon or whatever, right? You just got to be a good person. All ways lead to the Father. And I don't like being in these conversations because they usually get heated and angry. And I just felt the Lord prompt me and reminded me of this verse, Jesus said, I am the only way to the Father. He made it really clear. He didn't make it mean or harsh. He just, come through me. You come through me. I am the way to the Father. Matter of fact, what they called the church back in the early days was the way. Remember, Saul was persecuting the way because he's the way. He is the direction. He leads and points to the Father. I think of like those flashing arrows in construction zones that point to the lane you need to be in. Jesus is like a flashing arrow pointing to the Father. You go to the Father. I will take you to the Father. I'm making a way for you to get to the Father. And in the Father, everything you need. Your identity is found in the Father. So we're not here living for ourselves. We're not living to be successful and prove ourselves important down here and like, oh, look how the great jobs and how much money I make or how many houses I have or vacations I take. No, we were created to shine for Him, to glorify Him, to direct people to Him so that people could know how good God is, because God is so fantastic. Jesus is so, wow, Jesus is so good. It is so good. I'm going to continue to keep bringing the gospel. Every soul matters. Every life matters. Every single one. I don't care whether you're from Asia or India or Europe or South America or Africa or where you're from, what color your skin is, how tall, short, fat, skinny, male, female, beautiful, unattractive. Every soul matters. And we should just see them as people. We should see them as people. Lives matter. Babies matter. Adults matter. Everybody needs to know that they matter. Everybody needs to know their created value. There are so many women are trapped in fear and struggling. They're pregnant, they're not married, they're in a bad situation, they can barely survive, and they're having people convince them that they need to get rid of their baby. This is sad. This is a travesty. It's a travesty that affects that woman for the rest of her life, knowing she made such a decision. But that baby too was created with a value, and so was she. Now, when I stand up and say that I don't support abortion, I am not against people who've had abortions. I love them. My heart breaks and burns for them that they have been caught up in these situations. And my heart is hurt that there are people that would convince you that taking a life is the right answer. And it even hurts even more when I see people who cannot have children. And they love to adopt children, but it's nearly impossible. When there's all these babies that could be adopted, but abortion seems like more of the option. I just want to be, life isn't matters. Every life, every last single life. I don't care what you look like or where you're from or what nationality you are. You are created in the image of God. And any baby you had is created in the image of God. And there is no such thing as a mistake. And God will make a way. God will provide. We need to turn to Him and trust Him for decisions. So if you are facing such decisions, I encourage you to call out to Jesus. Ask for help. There's absolutely no condemnation. If you've chosen to have an abortion, it's okay. Dude, I don't condemn you. I love you. The Father doesn't condemn you. He loves you. He chooses you. He forgives you. He releases you. He covers you in grace and mercy and love and joy and peace. He wants to be in a relationship with you. He does not reject you. He has promised to never forsake you, never leave you, never part you, stand with you always. And so do I. So if my post lately made you feel like I'm against people that have abortions, that is not correct. I'm for I'm against people being hurt and victimized by their decisions or their past. I'm for people being in right relationship with the Father, completely healed, completely restored, completely renewed, living perfectly as God has called them to. I love you guys, and I pray you have a fantastic and awesome day. God bless you all.